might help if I put some bloody music on, mate. Yo, what's up, all mates? Thought I'd come out and do a video regarding, I guess, the title of Best Beginner Bike. It's gonna be a bit biased because this is my only bike that I've ever owned, so, but hey, I think it's a great bike, so I'm gonna do a review on it, and it's gonna go down right now. So, best beginner bike. Again, this is going to be very biased kind of a video because, as I say, I've only owned the one bike. But hey, I was a beginner when I bought it, so if that has anything to do with it, then sure. So the 2015 Kawasaki Vulcan S 650cc. So as a beginner here in New Zealand, we have certain restrictions in terms of the size of bike we're allowed to ride for the first so long in actually riding bikes. So 650cc is the highest cc rating that we are allowed to ride on a learner and restricted, the two first stages of riding. So what I did, I mean, I got my license from being, I'd never ridden on the road, maybe ridden a scooter like once, never ridden a proper like geared motorbike. I went and sat my little test, my little like coursing you do around the cones, etc. Went and did the written side of the test, got my license, and then went and purchased this bad boy. So the day I picked it up, I had never ridden on the road in my entire life. So being a good beginner bike, hey, why not? But I've found over the time of actually riding this thing that I've definitely gotten or become a lot more of a solid rider in my eyes anyway. It's a pretty friendly bike to ride. It's, like I said, 650cc, but it's all quite low end torque. It's a Ninja 650 engine that the Kawasaki have tuned down. I did a lot of research on it before I bought the bike. So they've tuned the engine down. So it's got a lot of low end torque. There's a lot of low end get up and go. Where normally I guess a sport bike has like your power band is sitting at that higher level of the rev count. On this bad boy, it's a lot lower. So at about 4,500 revs, it just sits there and cruises beautifully. It's also a good height. I mean, I'm not a tall person. I'm like maybe 5'8.5", 5'9", and as you can probably see down there, I sit here, knees slightly bent, feet flat on the floor. No issues with like sitting there at lights or whatever. The bike itself is, I think, well, seat height is about 70 centimeters off the ground. So you can be a shortish rider and still comfortably ride this thing with no issues. But the good thing with this Kawasaki, or this Vulcan series, it's got 3 adjustable like positionings. So for like riders 6 feet and over, you can push the pegs out a couple of inches, so they're a bit further in front of you. You can push you get like bars that sort of push out a little bit more on here. So yeah, it's like the extended reach with the bars further out, pegs further out. You can have the neutral setting, which is what I have, for like, you know, sort of the sort of mid to high 5-footers, right in the middle. Good. I mean, my arms are really nice, like not too stretched out, not too far back. Or if you're a shorter rider, you can actually get seats as well. Well, the same with the extended version. The seat goes further back, so you can get a more cushioned seat in the back, and your pegs come back towards you a couple of inches. The handlebars reach back, so you can be quite a short rider and still enjoy the bike without feeling like you're stretching or you're having to reach out too much. So in that sort of regards, it's a great bike for just the adjustability factor. And so, like I said, in terms of engine size and speed wise, the low end torque, etc., you can be going along quite comfortably in third gear. Like right now, I'm just like cruising in third gear at the moment, and if I just need to kick up, get up and go, just a quick little turn of the throttle, instant power, instant like just go. So you can get yourself out of trouble if you get yourself into trouble in terms of overtaking or people cutting out or something like that. You can just sort of really just let loose and get past what you need to do, and it's a lot of fun still. So I guess it still has that little bit of its roots of the 650 engine, the Ninja engine, with that sport bike. So I think it's a kind of a sporty cruiser. It's got great looks, as you can see from the footage, etc. It's got ABS brakes. Well, this version here has ABS, which as a beginner is probably quite a good thing to have. It obviously helps. I mean, no matter what you do on a bike, you never wanna just get a handful of anything and just jam it on. But the ABS, in those emergency situations where someone does pop out in front of you, it does help a little bit to help you not lock up the brakes at any stage. It's I guess it's a little bit on the heavy side for a beginner bike. I think it's about 235 kgs. I'm not quite sure what that is in pounds, but I might flash it up. But it's a little bit on the heavy side compared to a sport bike like a Ninja 300 or something like that. It still feels quite light for a chunky bike to like flick around, etc. But it's easy enough to maneuver. It is a little bit of an issue if you're trying to like push it up a hill when you're like duck waddling up a hill or something, or trying to push it backwards. There's a little bit of effort needed to do that, but all in all, it does what it needs to do. As a beginner bike, it does fill its purpose quite well, I would have thought. As a beginner myself, when I got the bike, it's definitely done me well. I've got a lot of confidence from riding this guy, because it's had the power, it's had the maneuverability, like I said, to like do what it needs to do. It's a good option if you have already got your license, say here in New Zealand, and you're looking for a bike but you say you're still unrestricted, but you want something with a bit more kick. This is a great option to look at. And even once you do get your full, or can get a bigger bike, you've still got plenty of power, still got plenty of kick, and it's going to keep you entertained and enjoying riding without having to then upgrade to another bike. So I would highly recommend this bike. I've had a lot of fun over the last year and a half riding it. Thanks for watching my little beginner bike / review of the Kawasaki Vulcan S 2015. I've named this one Layla, so you may see a hashtag of Layla around the place. But yeah, so thanks for watching. I hope that's been a little bit of help for anyone that's been looking at trying to buy this bike at some stage, or looking for another bike that kind of fits their kind of sporty / cruiser mindset.